Hello everyone, it's Melissa here from Two Vintage Sisters, and I am doing my tiered tray for St. Patrick's Day, the top of the morning collab. And I'd like to thank Carol from My Blessed Nest for hosting. And here I'm just showing you some things that I'm going to be using on my tray, some vintage items, those adorable salt and pepper shakers. My husband is Tom, and they say Tom and Mom. And when my boys were little, they used to call my husband Tom. They used to say Tom, so those were given to me as kind of a little remembrance gag gift. Aren't they adorable? They're like from the 1930s. And then you can just see I have some wood items and a candle. So I'm just going to start placing things on the tray. I always like to anchor the back with a sign or some kind of saying. Even if you can't see it, it just adds some horizontal for the eye, like a horizontal, stable, I don't know what the word is, just anyway, I like the horizontal way the sign goes. And then that little cat is a left-in kitty cat figurine that I just love. I'm a cat lady, have 3 cats, and I collect vintage cat items, so that was fun. And then just a little fabric heart for texture and some little fake white baby's breath type flower, status type little looking, just to kind of soften it. So the tray isn't too big, so that kind of does it for the top of the tray. And then I'll be moving on to the bottom, and I have this wooden clover or shamrock that I'll be using for the bottom of the tray to, again, give some vertical height. The other one is horizontal, the other wood block. This is horizontal, this one's vertical, kind of up and down. And then I'll just start placing other items around. I will put the candle in this little mason jar and kind of stick it in the back. And at night, it kind of gives it a glow from behind. I am not trying to have it be the forefront of the tray. I'm just kind of using it for some light behind and to fill in the back. And this tray is going to be just seen from the one side. And then there you can see that rainbow doily, because when I think of March, I think of rainbows. And that was something that was my grandma's. So that's kind of fun to use. And then the little watering can and just some greenery just kind of gives it a soft look, kind of helps add another texture. Just kind of keep making sure everything is working. And then I'm going to put the little salt and pepper shakers kind of down there in the bottom. Just kind of put them together and kind of anchor the bottom of the tray. So they kind of are in the front. I just think they're so cute, Mom and Tom. So they'll kind of go there. And then I probably just need to fill in a little bit with a little more of that baby's breath flower kind of on the side there, just to kind of fill the tray up and just kind of add some little bit of softness to the tray, because I have that wooden object and the tray is wood. And then I got this cool clover plate or spoon rest. It's quite large shamrock, so I just kind of lean it up behind it, and it kind of adds something behind to give it a little bit more visual interest when you look that direction. So that is my main tiered tray in my kitchen, with a mix of greenery and vintage and new, and got some fabric pieces and a doily. Just love that little rainbow doily. Think of my grandma. So I have a bunch of those that were hers. They're always fun to use. So I hope you liked that tray. And then in my kitchen, I have another tray here. You can see this little, I love it. It's like atomic. It reminds me of the Jetsons, but I got this from Angela, my other vintage sister here on the channel. And these are some of the things I'm going to put on this tray. And these are the wooden beads that her and I made in a DIY video. Make sure to check it out. And then this is a vintage cookie jar lid, and I just found an old tin can to put it on. And you can see I've got some fairy lights and a little cute vintage jelly jam jar with some daisies. And so I just love that tray she gave me. So it's always fun to decorate this tray during the seasons. I kind of keep it there can see, I'm showing you what I did with that cookie jar lid. I found this tin jar canister at Hobby Lobby, and I just tied a bow around it because I love black and white and gingham and plaid. And then I just put the jar on top, the lid. So I could put stuff in there, but I just love that, how that looks. So I kind of shake my tray off, and I'll just put the jar kind of next to it, and then simply put these things on top of the tray. And as you can see there, that's a little wooden sign. The gray block is actually a little sign from Hobby Lobby. I just love those little mini wooden saying signs. You can use them for so many things. And this time, instead of standing it up, I'm just laying it flat to raise up my little St. Patrick's Day wooden cutout. And then I'm just kind of trying to, I was having a hard time. I'm trying to hide the cord for the fairy lights behind the block so that you don't see it. So I was struggling, kept knocking things over, and I couldn't get it to stand up. But as you can see, I'm just using that block sideways to raise up my, well, I'm still struggling with the fairy lights. Sorry, you get a view of my air fryer there while I'm trying to get everything straightened out and situated. Once again, still struggling. Still trying to get those darn lights hidden behind that sign. So here we go. I think I finally got it. So I'm showing you what the sign looks like if you wanted to use it like that, but I'm going to be using it on its side to raise up my little cutout. And then I'll just stick that on there next to it. I'll just stick that on there next to it, and then I'm going to get it all fixed, and then I'm going to put the wooden rainbow garland that Angela and I made in our DIY video, and just kind of add a rainbow to that tray. So now I have a rainbow on both trays. I have my grandma's rainbow doily on the other tray, and our wooden bead garland, rainbow garland, on this tray. And I just love the way those turned out. And again, check out our DIY video. And then I just keep my little bear right next to it. And that's the other tray I have in my kitchen. So I hope you enjoyed this. And again, thank you to Carol at My Blessed Nest for hosting. And I hope you found some inspiration. Thanks, everyone. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Like this video and subscribe and hit the bell notification.